When questioned about his lack of friends, a Stoic man compared friendship to a diamond, rare and precious. He remarked that true friendships are scarce and valuable, often surrounded by imitations. After a few disappointments, one might start to believe that all friendships are mere illusions, just fakes. Building on this thought, another person noted that true friends are treasures to cherish, but it's rare to find someone in life who can be held in such high regard. What does it mean, though, when you often find yourself alone, navigating a world teeming with connections? Does a lack of friends suggest something deeper, something intrinsic to who you are? Today, we'll delve into this delicate subject, exploring the complex world of friendships or the absence of them. We'll examine the intricacies of modern social dynamics and their influence on our relationships. Remember, not having a large group of friends doesn't define your worth. Sometimes it's about finding that one true gem. Stay with us as we explore why some struggle to form these connections, uncover the root causes, and most importantly, reveal practical Stoic steps to build genuine friendships. Just as a sculptor chisels away at stone to reveal a masterpiece, you too can shape your social world, carving out meaningful relationships that endure. So stay focused and let's embark on this journey together, viewing it through the lens of Stoicism, with open minds and hearts ready to learn, grow, and connect. Shyness or introversion. We are wired to be social creatures, yet for many, social interactions can feel like a complex puzzle. Shyness or introversion is often seen as a barrier in this journey, but let's change that perspective. Consider these traits not as obstacles but as unique vantage points from which to view the world. At the heart of Stoic wisdom is the art of turning perceived weaknesses into strengths. The first step is to embrace your nature. Remember Marcus Aurelius, who advised us to accept the things to which fate binds us. Your introversion isn't a flaw, it's a quiet strength. It's about recognizing that your journey is different, not lesser. When you accept yourself, you break free from the chains of what-ifs and should-bes. This self-acceptance becomes your armor in the bustling world of social interaction, making you unshakable in your quiet confidence. Now, let's talk about the present moment. Imagine you're at a gathering, feeling the familiar tug of shyness. Here's where Stoicism comes in. It tells you to focus on what you can control, your actions, your words, your kindness, not on others' thoughts or the outcome. When you speak, do it not to impress, but to express. This shift in focus from fear of judgment to the authenticity of your words lightens the burden, making conversations less of a battleground and more of a playground for genuine connections. Additionally, understand that friendship isn't a trophy to win, but a garden to nurture. In seeking connections, detach yourself from the need for immediate results. Like Seneca, who saw life as a journey, view each interaction as a step on your path, not as a test of your worth. By concentrating on being your authentic self, you create space for relationships that resonate with your true self. Remember, in the Stoic view, every person you meet is an opportunity to learn, grow, and reflect, not just another friend to add to your list. Through the lens of Stoicism, shyness and introversion transform from shadows into sources of strength. It's not about overcoming these traits, but about understanding and using them to navigate the complex world of human relationships. Trust issues. When navigating the maze of friendships, trust issues often loom large. It's like walking on a tightrope, balancing your values with the unpredictability of others. Trust is not something given freely, it's earned, piece by piece. Start by understanding yourself, what drives you, what scares you. Being clear about who you are is like having a compass in the wilderness of relationships. It's about knowing when to open the door to someone and when to keep it closed. Remember how a tree stands firm, knowing its roots. Similarly, know your roots, your values. This self-knowledge is your anchor in the ever-changing tides of human connections. Recognize that people, like seasons, change. Someone might seem trustworthy today and turn around tomorrow. This isn't a call to build walls around your heart, but rather to acknowledge that change is the only constant. Keep your emotional balance. If trust is broken, it's not the end of the world, it's an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. This doesn't mean you should become cold and distant. Instead, it's about being realistic, understanding that perfection is a myth, especially in human behavior. Be like water, adaptable, flowing, yet always true to your nature. Open, honest communication is your best tool. If doubts arise, talk about them. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, things become clearer. Don't shy away from these conversations. They're the bridges that can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections. A conversation can turn a misunderstanding into a moment of clarity. But remember, it's a two-way street. Listen as much as you speak. This balance of speaking and listening creates a rhythm, a dance of words and understanding that strengthens the bonds of friendship. Ultimately, it's about building a circle of friends where trust is the foundation, not an afterthought. Lack of social opportunities. Navigating through the maze of modern life, one might stumble upon a quiet truth. The lack of friends isn't always about not meeting people, but often about not engaging with the world around us. Our phones buzz with notifications, but our hearts yearn for real connections. Picture this: volunteering in your community isn't just about helping others, it's a gateway to meeting souls who care about the same things you do. Whether you're planting trees or organizing books at a local library, every shared task is a thread weaving you into the social fabric. These actions reflect a stoic virtue, contributing to the greater good, and in doing so, you find companions on the same path. But let's not forget the power of shared knowledge and passions. Imagine entering a room where everyone speaks the language of your profession or hobby. Workshops and seminars related to your interests aren't just for adding lines to your resume, they're fertile grounds for friendships. In these spaces, conversations flow effortlessly as you're surrounded by those who understand the nuances of your work or passion. It's like finding your tribe, where professional growth and personal connections go hand in hand. Also, embrace the great outdoors as your social canvas. Activities like hiking, biking, or group yoga aren't just for physical health, they're catalysts for connection. In the embrace of nature, conversations bloom like wildflowers. These activities strip away the formalities of typical social settings, allowing genuine connections to grow. And while you're out there, practice gratitude for the world around you and for those who share these moments with you. It's not about having a multitude of friends, it's about cherishing the connections that add color to your life. This approach, rooted in simplicity and sincerity, turns the pursuit of friendships into a fulfilling journey. Lack of social skills. Friendships don't form themselves, they require effort and the right approach, something often overlooked in our busy lives. A lack of social skills can be a significant barrier to forming meaningful friendships. Remember how Marcus Aurelius subtly urged us to love those fate brings into our lives? It's a nudge toward embracing social opportunities, however small. Begin with manageable steps, strike up a conversation in a coffee shop, join a local club, or engage in online communities with shared interests. These small interactions are the building blocks of confidence in social settings. Like a plant needing water and sunlight, social skills need nurturing and patience to flourish. One key element in developing social skills is listening with intent and empathy. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, being the one who listens sets you apart. Ask questions not just to respond, but to understand. Dive into the stories of others with genuine curiosity. This shift in focus, from how you're perceived to truly understanding others, builds deeper connections. It's not about impressing others with your wit or stories, but about creating a space where others feel valued and heard. Additionally, embrace the ups and downs of social interactions with a stoic calm. Not every attempt at conversation will lead to a lifelong friendship, and that's okay. Each interaction, whether it blossoms into a friendship or fizzles out, is a step forward in your social journey. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth, but a natural part of human interaction. With each experience, you're not only building your social skills, but also learning to navigate the complex tapestry of human relationships with grace and resilience. Remember, your worth isn't tied to the number of friends you have, but the quality of the connections you nurture. Changing circumstances. At times, the lack of friends in our lives can echo the tale of the boy and the apple tree. The story mirrors how our priorities shift as we age, often drifting away from connections that once meant the world to us. As children, our friendships are like playful times with the tree, pure and unburdened. But as we grow, like the boy, our focus shifts to what we perceive as essentials: money, status, a home. In this pursuit, we may unintentionally neglect the friendships that once sheltered us, like the apple tree providing shade. This shift in priorities isn't unusual, it's part of growing up, of evolving. But often, in chasing what we think we need, we overlook what we already have. The boy returned to the tree only when he needed something, not realizing the constant, uncomplaining friendship it offered. Similarly, in our hustle for success and stability, we may lose sight of the value of those who've always been there for us. What the story subtly suggests is a call for balance. Life will always demand our attention, whether it's our careers, our responsibilities, or our personal growth. But amid these demands, let's not forget to nurture the friendships that give life meaning. Reach out to those you haven't spoken to in a while, not because you need something, but because you cherish the bond. Friendships, like the apple tree, need care and recognition. They provide more than just the fruits of companionship, they offer roots that ground us and shade that comforts us. In remembering this balance, we not only honor our friendships but also enrich our own lives with the simple joy of shared moments. So, as we navigate through life's changing circumstances, let's not forget to appreciate the apple trees in our lives, the friendships that, though sometimes taken for granted, are always there, waiting to offer their quiet, steadfast support. Stoic wisdom on friendships. Now, let's turn to the Stoics for their timeless wisdom on friendships. Seneca, in his letters, often spoke of the profound nature of friendship, emphasizing that it is not about numbers but about depth. To him, a true friend was someone who could be relied upon in times of need, who would stand by you not because of what you could offer, but because of a shared bond of trust and respect. In modern terms, it's not about how many friends you have on social media, but about those few who truly understand and support you. Seneca's philosophy encourages us to seek quality over quantity in our relationships, reminding us that even one true friend is a treasure beyond measure. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, reflected on the nature of human relationships with a sense of realism and acceptance. He believed that while friendships are essential, they should not be a source of distress or dependency. In essence, we should cherish our friends, but not allow our happiness to be contingent on them. This perspective teaches us to appreciate the people in our lives while maintaining our inner peace and self-sufficiency. Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that while friendships add joy and meaning to life, our true strength lies within ourselves. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, offers a different perspective. He suggests that we approach relationships with a sense of detachment, not in the sense of indifference, but in understanding that everything in life is transient, including friendships. By adopting this mindset, we can enjoy our relationships fully without the fear of losing them. This doesn't mean we care less about our friends, rather, it allows us to be present and grateful for the time we share with them, without clinging to unrealistic expectations. Epictetus's teachings guide us to appreciate the moment, knowing that the nature of life is change. In embracing these Stoic principles, we can navigate our friendships with a sense of balance and wisdom. Whether we are in a period of abundant connections or experiencing solitude, the Stoic approach teaches us to value what we have, remain true to ourselves, and find contentment within. As we move through life, these lessons can help us build and maintain relationships that are both meaningful and resilient, offering us companionship and support without compromising our inner peace. Conclusion. In closing, remember that the journey of building friendships is not a race but a deeply personal path, unique to each of us. Just as the Stoics taught, let us seek to find harmony within ourselves first, for it is in this inner peace that we create the space for meaningful connections with others. Whether you find yourself with many friends or only a few, or even in solitude, know that your worth is not defined by numbers but by the authenticity and depth of your relationships. Embrace the present, cherish those around you, and above all, stay true to yourself. As you navigate the ever-changing landscape of life, may you find joy in the friendships you nurture and strength in the wisdom you carry.